Hello again, fancy fencers. Welcome back to our firing range where we are going through all the DLC Pack 1 weapons. And we're going to finish it off today with Fencer, which is one of my favorite classes, although Air Raider kind of took maybe first place with all his air raids, reloading and all that. But anyway, let's get started here. He's got quite a few items actually, so this is, I'm pretty excited about his weapons, honestly. Let's see, let's start off with the sword column here. He received a new sword, which is actually a very unique weapon, actually, which I'm very happy with. It's kind of like similar to this sword up here, this other black sword, that's level 61. But what they did was they added another charge to it, so it has 3 charges instead of 2. And by adding that third charge, they made it so that the third charge does 6 blades instead of the standard 1 blade. I don't know if you call it a 1 blade or a 2 blade because it kind of, I don't know, it looks like it breaks into 2, but I don't know, I think it's still 1. But anyway, so it has 6, it breaks into 6 blades if you charge it up all the way, which is really cool. As far as the damage goes, the sword does penetrate through targets. I did test that actually earlier today on a bunch of red ants. The first charge, which is very fast, is 900 damage with a 268 meter range. The second charge is the 2,264.9 damage with a 268 meter range as well. And then the last charge is 724.8 times 6 blades, and it has, which is a total of 4,348 damage. And it has a 402 meter range, and it penetrates through targets. So, I don't know, this thing is definitely going to be on my list as far as taking into battle a lot, I'm thinking, because just the range on it and the penetrating through targets, and it charges up very fast. I'm thinking it's going to be very good. Quick reload, 10 magazine, very good weapon. So let's take one of those. And then for another weapon, let's take, he got a new shotgun, and which I'm very excited about personally, because the previous shotgun it didn't seem very strong as far as on Inferno. It was level 77. Let's see. Let's compare the damage here. This shotgun does 21,238 or 232 DPS, and that's versus the other shotgun, which is 13,590. So a little bit under double, but that's quite a bit of increase. Of course, you know, it does have damage fall off, of course, as you get further away from the target. However, the range increased as well, 315 meters versus a 264 meters, so that doesn't penalize you quite as much for being further back because it has more range. And also the travel speed of the shots, of the actual shots, which is kind of strange that they would actually include that in the game, but it's kind of cool. The travel speed is 900 meters per second versus 720 meters per second, so the shots are going to get to the target a lot faster, which is cool. Alright, so let's take one of those. Has the same, if I don't cover the stat, it has the same stats, like as far as the C accuracy and the 4.5 second reload, that's the same. And a 2.5 shots a second, that's also the same. And the magazine. So let's go ahead and equip one of those, and then let's go on to the Jackhammer. He received a new Jackhammer, and this is kind of cool in that Jackhammers in the past have always been, the detriment of him has always been the range, so 64 meter range. But very high damage. It doesn't penetrate through targets, but it is pretty good at stunning. However, this one has the same stats as the other one, but it has a 96 meter range. Everything else is the same though. So very cool, very cool. So it actually has a lot better range to help use this thing, make it more viable. So I'm very happy about that. So let's take one of those. And then let's take a mortar. He received a new fast firing mortar as well. This thing has the same damage as the other mortar, which is, where is it at? Right here, level 78. But the change is it shoots 3.8 a second versus 1.8 a second. So, pretty crazy. It shoots really, really fast. Let's see if anything else is different. The range is also 6,351 meters versus 4,536 meters. So, obviously you're not going to be shooting 6,000 meters away, but I think what that tends to indicate is that it travels faster if it has a more, or travels faster, travels straighter if it has a longer range. And then it does show its travel velocity as well, which is 635 meters per second versus 453 meters per second. So it'll be a lot faster shot as well. And also they increased the magazine by 2 from 10 to 12, so to kind of make up for how fast it's going to empty. But I mean, I wish it would have been a little higher, but you know, to be fair, that's pretty good. You're going to empty that magazine pretty fast and do a lot of damage. So let's take one of those. Yeah, this is going to be a little quicker with Fencer, I guess, because of the fact that I can take 2 sets of weapons, but I think, you know, might as well take advantage of his 2 slots. And then let's talk about he received a new dash item under the column. So previously the best one was 3 dashes and 4 jumps, and or you could reverse that and be 4 dashes and 3 jumps. I personally would always take the 4 dashes and the 3 jumps, for the reason being that you have to wait, after those 3 jumps are done, you have to wait for the cooldown before you can jump again. So what you do is you need 4 dashes so that you can dash 3 times, and then by then your cooldown is down to where you can hop, and then you can use your 4th dash to dash hop and start your dash hops again. So that's why I always take the 4 dashes and the 3 hops, because if you have 3 dashes, what you're going to do is you're going to be done with your 4 hops, and then you're going to be on the ground dashing 3 times, but then you have to wait for your cooldown of your dash to come back up before you can dash hop again. Hope that made sense. So this one has now 4 and 4. It does increase the increases the horizontal distance or speed by 5% from 135 to 140%. So you dash a little bit further, and also it reduces the cooldown, or your dash intervals. Sorry, how quickly you can dash in between is at 80% rather than 86%. Now I don't know if that's an increase or a decrease, honestly, but I'm assuming it's an increase, that you can dash faster, like in between dashes, but I'm not sure on that, honestly. But 6% regardless. So let's take one of those, and then he received a shield item, which I'm not sure. This shield item seems pretty bad as far as what I've tested, at least. So as far as I can tell, the only other item that is similar to not the only other, but the lower item similar to this one is level 62. So what it is it says shield exhaustion is 20% on this one, and it's 40% on this one. So what that means is when you get shot, your shield will go down more. Your shield will take more damage on the 106 level than on the 62 level. So that's a negative by 20% more, because I tested this in split screen. And then the 45% is damage cut rate. So that is how much damage is cut when you are hit. Like the shield takes damage, and then you take damage behind the shield. So what that means is you'll take 5% less damage behind the shield on the 106 than the 62. So that's an increase. That's a positive, but it's only 5%. And then the final stat is knockback. So how much you get knocked back when you get hit with your shield, and it's 95% knockback reduction versus 90% damage or knockback reduction. So that's also an increase. But it's a 20%. Your shield takes 20% more damage than this one, though. I'm not sure. It seems like it should have been maybe an increase on all 3 stats. But regardless, I don't think I would ever take that anyway, because there's a level 78 item where you take 0% damage, and the shield takes well, the shield takes full damage, but you take 0% damage. So I think it's better to protect you than your shield necessarily. So I don't know. I don't really care for this item very much, but regardless, let's take one of those as well, because it's not really needed. So let's go ahead and take this out on a mission here and show these weapons off now. Let's see, we have shotgun, mortar, and let's go ahead and take it on this red ant mission. It'll be fine. So I'm very happy with the sword and the shotgun. I've always wanted a good shotgun. I've always liked the shotgun. And that's what I used on like hard, hardest, normal, you know, all those difficulties, because the shotgun was strong, but on Inferno it wasn't quite good enough. So here's the sword. If you charge it up blue, it just does a 906 damage shot. So, and then charge it up to yellow, goes the same distance but does 2,200 damage, and then charge up all the way, which doesn't take very long, and it does 6 blades, as you can see there. So very cool weapon. I love this weapon, and the reload time is really quick. So mine isn't maxed out, but I think it's a 2-second reload when it's fully maxed out. So let's go ahead and fight these. I did test this on easy, and I lined up like 50 ants, and I cut through on all three charges, and it did kill all of them in one shot. So it seems like there's no limit to how many targets it'll shoot through, and it has a 402 meter range, so pretty crazy. And then here's the shotgun. As you can see, it shoots very fast. I mean, it shoots the same speed as the other one, but the range is a little bit higher, and the projectiles travel faster. And 20,000 damage is no joke, you know, that's quite a bit of damage. So there we go, that's why I need 3 dashes to get to my dash hop setup again. So that's why you want to have the 4 dashes with your hops, regardless of what you have, because you need 3 dashes and then 1 extra to do your dash hop again. So I like this shotgun, it seems pretty good. It's definitely good, obviously, against like wasps and so forth, like things in the air, small targets, but I think it's just in general, I think it's going to be a good weapon. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and restart, because I'm going to go ahead and restart here, because I don't want to wait for the next wave of ants to come out. Alright. Now on to the Jackhammer. So, Jackhammer, it's a pretty good weapon. I can't say I use it too much, but I think I like it with the shield, the reflector shield, and with the shield in general. And I think the reason I never really took it too much is because of the 96 meter or the 64 meter range rather. But I think I'm more tempted to take the Jackhammer now. I mean, you can't argue about how cool this weapon is. I mean, regardless, having a Jackhammer mounted to your wrist is just super cool. It's great on cosmonauts, colonists. You know, it really stuns them. But I just don't like the lack of how it penetrates targets. So here's the mortar here. Shoots really fast, but you know you're gonna empty your magazine pretty quick. But it's good for quick damage, I guess, if you want. 1698 damage per second, or not per second, but per shot. Let's go ahead and restart here and jump up here in the air and shoot it down from down. So pretty cool. I think it'd be better. I don't know. I think it'd be better underground, honestly, than it will be above ground, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the circumstance, but because it's not the greatest damage, but it's definitely good damage per second. So it would be what, 1698 damage times 4 almost. So 4,000, and then 4 times 7 is 2,000. So 6,000 damage per second, which isn't bad. Has a 17 meter blast, I believe. So I believe it's 17 meters. Which increased a little bit over the other one. No, actually, sorry, it's the same. I don't think it's a 17 meters. We'll have to check that when we get back. I'm thinking of another weapon, honestly. It does kick back your aim though, so that makes it a little bit harder to use if you're on the ground here. Let me do that again. It's not. I mean, you can fight it a little bit. So, but yeah, I kind of wish I had a bigger magazine. Honestly, I think the damage isn't quite good enough to be impressive to take it in a battle with the 12 magazines, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I mean, still cool having a really fast shooting rocket. Alright, and then like I said, this is just the 4 dashes, 4 hops on one item, which is nice, because then you can take another item. So that's 4, 4, and then you do dash 3 times, and then you can use your 4th dash to start dash hopping again, but you do have to land on the ground, otherwise you won't be able to continue it. So yeah, 4th one, and then 2, 3, and then you dash hop again, and if you try to do it again in the air, you won't be able to, so you have to land on the ground. So, I mean, obviously it's always better to take 6 and 6. 6 dashes, 6 hops. It's the safest way, but if you want to stay mobile and use another item, then this, of course, is going to be your best item to take. So, alright, let's go back, and let's go to the next set of items here. Alright. He received a new Blast Twin Spear, which is probably one of the highest damage per second weapons in the game. Maybe not over the rapier, but I mean for him. But the negative is it's always trying to control it. It's kind of tough to control because it pushes you forward. So this best twin spear does 4,529.8 times 2. So that's in the first shot, and then your second shot does 9,059.6 times 2. So you have what, 18,000 and then 9,000 damage, and so that's what, 27,000 damage within like 1 second to dish out your damage. So very high damage, but like I said, it's a little bit hard to control. So let's take one of those, and that's compared to, let's compare the damages of the two twin spears. Here's the level 80 is the other one. So it's 4,529 versus 3,170, and then 9,059 versus 6,341. So quite a bit increase. And it does have 6 more in the magazine too. So 22 compared to 28 in the magazine, and everything else is the same. The range is the same, 56 meters. I'm going to take them both side by side to see how they fire, because sometimes they pull you more forward, sometimes they don't pull you more forward. So we're going to test and see how that is. And then he also received a new heavy cannon. So the 38 millimeter heavy cannon. So this thing is pretty cool looking. So the benefit of this thing is, first of all, let's take 2 of these. The benefit of this one is it does 18,000 maxed out versus 15,000, so not too much difference. But it has a 2,038 meter range versus a 1,358 meter range, so I'm assuming it's going to shoot dead straight, and we're going to test that here. And then also, the shot reaches the target faster. It travels at 1,019 meters per second versus 679 meters per second. So pretty much it shoots like it looks. It shoots fast and it shoots straight. So that's pretty cool. So and the reload time is always the same on these, and the shots per second shoots 1 every 3 seconds, or yeah, 1 every 3 seconds. So let's take that. Let's see what else. Anything else new? I'm gonna take the dash hop setup here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's use, what mission should we use on this? Let's use a frog mission, I guess. Alright, so I don't know if you knew this, but in high school they used to call me Twinkle Toes. And before you laugh, let me show you here. This is why they call me Twinkle Toes. As you can see, I can walk extremely fast. This is the final item that Fencer has, and it's pretty funny looking. It's 300% walk speed compared to the 170%, which was the previous best. And also you have zero reduction or penalty for having heavy weapons equipped. So that's why I'm able to walk this fast with these heavy cannons. So pretty interesting. I don't know how useful it would be. I think dash hopping is always going to be better, even with these things, because what I would do is I would dash hop, and then once I land I would switch weapons and then shoot. I don't really need to walk to where I need to go fast. But this thing is very strong and it shoots very straight. So let's aim at this building here. Right, let's aim right at that top of that. And yeah, it hit exactly where I was aiming. So of course these things have, I guess you can call it infinite range. If you can see it, you can hit it. But yeah, very high damage. And of course it does penetrate 2 targets. And of course you can always equip items that will reduce you from having that kickback as well, so you can, you know, really make this pretty accurate. So yeah, pretty cool. And as far as, let me restart, y'all. And as far as this quick walk, I'm not sure. I guess let me know your ideas in the comments. But I'm not sure where this would be useful besides just being funny, because, like I said, you're always going to want to use dash hops, like for movement travel. So I'm not sure when you would really use this. But it is funny. I definitely like it. I kind of wish it would have went like 500%. But anyway, let's this is the old twin spear. This is how fast it shoots, and it pulls you not too far forward, which I kind of like, because it's easier to use when it doesn't pull you as far forward. Alright, now let's use the other one. It's like the same speed. Yeah, it's like the same speed, same distance, it brings you forward. But it just does 28,000 damage instead. So as you can see, you're able to do the 2 shots in 1 second. So that's 28,000 damage per second with this left one here. And it doesn't pull you too far forward, so I think it makes it easier to actually use with the shield. Because I like to use this with the shield on Cosmonauts, because it just destroys them. If you can get good with this weapon, it's ridiculous. So, and you can rotate them too. Let me do that again. That was cool. Because usually you take, not usually, but you can take 2 of them instead as well. If you had 2 of these, you'd be doing like close to 60,000 damage per second on something. If you had like nests on the ground like the old game, you could just walk up against the nest and just destroy it. That's how I would used to do it in the 4.1. I would just use the twin spear right up against the nest, and it was the highest damage per second. So anyway, yeah, definitely gonna practice at getting better at these because they're so strong, and they do penetrate the targets, but it's only 56 meter range. So yeah, that's everything. Oh no, actually that isn't everything. Ooh, there's one more thing that I want to share with you, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. I've always liked. Let me take the weapon here first. I've always liked the back in 4.1 in 2025. He had a weapon that was 2 shots. Where is it? I think it's 32. There's a couple of them. It's 2 shots. Or not 2 shots. If you have 2 of them equipped, you can do 2 of them. But it's 1 missile that goes into the air, and it comes down to a target, and it breaks into like a stampede shot of 10 missiles, and it locks on pretty fast, reloads pretty fast, 4.9 second reload, and you can shoot. And it locks on 0.16, which is really fast. It's got good range, and you have 3 of them before you have to reload. But now they have a level 104 version of this now. So the best one previously was level 32. But he has one of these right here. Mine's not maxed out as far as a lock-on time. Mine's really slow lock-on time, but just keep in mind that it's a lot better than this. It does 1207 damage, 0.1 times 10. It breaks into 10 and has a 10 meter blast. And you can, I'm believing you can hold a 3 in the magazine, just like all the other ones when it's maxed out. And the range is over 455 meters. It does have a 10 meter blast. I don't know if I said that, compared to the 8 meter blast. So let's take 2 of these. This is a really cool weapon. Let's take it on a mission that has, I guess we could use it on this one. Really cool missile. I've always liked it, but the only thing is you only could use it on hard difficulty before. So this one you actually can use on Inferno. And, you know, 1200 damage times 10, that's 12,000 damage. And you can, you know, equip 2 of them, so let me start walking a little fast. Good old Twinkle Toes. And it has the same lock-on box and all that. Mine is only 2 missiles, but I think it does max out at 3. The one on the stats on the wiki online wasn't even maxed out, so that's why I don't know. But just keep in mind, this is not how fast it locks on. It locks on a lot faster than this. It locks on 0.16 instead of 2 seconds. Mine's 2 seconds. But this is one of my, I would say one of my favorite weapons. It's like fun as far as how fun it is to use. Well, that's right, my range isn't all maxed out either, so it's not too good. But I still want to show what it does. There we go. So it would have already been locked on by now if I did that. So it locks on to 2 targets or 3 targets if you have the max out. And it'll shoot 2 missiles or 3 missiles if you have it maxed. As you can see, it kind of rains down like a, yeah, I am so slow. It's hard to, let me let me restart that again, because that was, I don't like how slow I was. Oops, I got the wrong weapon. The hop. That's right, at least I can walk fast. That looks super silly though, I love it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He's like, baby steps, Patrick, baby steps. You don't want to take your long strides. It's so funny. I guess it's good for missiles because you can't dash hop. I mean, you can dash hop at missiles though. At least you can jump. So 1, 2. Like I said, it would lock on within a matter of seconds if I had it maxed out. So, or not seconds, it would lock on in a matter of under a second. But yeah, pretty nice. I think it's going to be a good weapon on Inferno, especially for crowds of enemies, even like cosmonauts. I guess I found the use for it because you can't hop or dash with this missile. So there you go. There's a reason to use these. The fast speed, you just use it on the missiles. So yeah, that's everything. Let's do an overview really quick here. I think overall nothing really is broken on him. I think he got some really powerful weapons, but I think they're relatively balanced. Love the sword, great idea. I'm gonna be using that a lot. Twin spears, I gotta get better at them, but they're definitely high DPS if you can get good at them. What else? The shotgun I love. I don't think it's broken, but I think it actually makes it useful to other weapons, such as, you know, the machine gun. That was previously one of the best ones, which is level 68, and then, of course, this one, 75. Let's see what else. 38 is going to be useful, of course, for long-range sniping. It's nice how it shoots so straight. It doesn't do ridiculous more damage, but it does shoot very straight, so very good weapon. This, I'm not sure how often I'll use it, but still interesting weapon. And then the missiles, I think, are going to be useful as well. Very excited about that. And then it is nice to have a good item here. Where is it at? You know, a dash hopping item where you can have all your dashes and hops on one item. It's not gonna be better than the level, you know, 70s where you get 6 and 6. But if you want to take two different items, then this is definitely the way to go. And then this item I think is not very good unless I'm misunderstanding it. And then this item is definitely unique. So I'm not sure if we can find some uses for it, but definitely unique, and silly, so I like it. So yeah, that's everything for the DLC Pack 1. I think they did a good job on the weapons. They're not just reskins for the most part of other weapons, they're actually unique and different, which I was hoping for, and I'm very happy about it. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll continue my regular series of Fire and Range where I test all the normal weapons in the game as well. So, alright, thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one, hopefully.